We're going to talk Brazil now, and in particular we're going to talk about the Kawahiva people. Well, I'm going to talk to them because they are an uncontacted tribe. They are, however, feeling great pressure from illegal loggers in the Amazon rainforest. In recent days, a Brazilian government task force has been trying to round up some of the loggers. They've apparently found 40 truckloads of illegally felled timber, but the invasion of the land goes on. To tell us more about the situation of the Kawahiva, we're joined by a campaigner for the group Survival International that speaks often on the rights of indigenous people, Sarah Shenker. And Sarah joins us now. Can you give us an idea, what is it that is pressing particularly on the territory of the Kawahiva?
Good morning. Yes, the Kawahiva are an uncontacted tribe and therefore one of the most vulnerable peoples on the planet. They've shown they want to remain uncontacted in their forests, and that right must be respected. But as you say, their land is being heavily invaded by armed loggers and ranchers. And this recent arrest of one gang of loggers and the confiscation of 40 truckloads of illegally filled timber is just the tip of the iceberg, because logging is rampant in and around the Kawahiva's territory, and it's threatening to completely wipe out the Indians unless their land is protected.
Could you tell us what is the situation of their territory? Is this something that is supposed to be, in effect, a reservation just for them that isn't supposed to have any other alien activity in it?
It is. The Brazilian constitution states that all indigenous lands in Brazil must be mapped out and protected for the exclusive use of the tribes. The process in this case has begun, but it hasn't been completed. So the decree for the final signing off of the indigenous territory is sitting on the Minister of Justice's desk. It's been there since 2013, and it's crucial that he sign it. So Survival International's global campaign is asking supporters around the world to send him an email to force him to sign this decree.
Right, but if he hasn't signed that decree yet and the law is not yet a statute, what is the position of their land? Is it just an expression of hope that the Kawahiva should have their land, or are they legally protected at the moment?
They still do have rights to live on their land without it being invaded, even though the demarcation process has not been complete. So that right must be respected. The Brazilian government has failed to protect the Kawahiva. Public prosecutors have forced the government many times. Survival has been campaigning for decades and has forced different orders on the territory.
Sure, and the logging just described, sorry, I just wanted to speed it on. The logging removes their habitat, obviously, but what are the other dangers of contact? This is presumably not a transaction. This is a violent contact between loggers and the indigenous people.
Well, indeed, exactly. The Kawahiva who are alive today are the survivors of numerous genocidal attacks, and they could be being attacked now. We don't know, because they are uncontacted. This is one of the most violent parts of the Brazilian Amazon. So the Kawahiva are at risk from disease such as flu and measles, to which they have no resistance, which they could contract from the loggers and which could wipe them out, and also to violence, which could wipe them out, as it has done with so many tribes in the past.
Right.
And we just can't let that happen again.
And what you want is that statute passed, waiting for signature. Many thanks indeed from Survival International, speaking on behalf of the rights of the Kawahiva people in the Mato Grosso area of the Amazonian rainforest. That was Sarah Shenker. Many thanks to her. This is Newsday from the BBC.